Hi guys, how is this stitching? My name is Tatiana and this is my Flosstube number 22, where I talk about all the stitching stuff and hold and stitchy travels and many other things. Before I start, I want to welcome my new subscribers and my new viewers. After publishing a video about visiting a cross-stitch shop in Ukraine, I got many new subscribers, so I'm very happy to have you over here. Welcome. Also, I noticed that I got many subscribers from Ukraine and many new viewers from Ukraine. That's why next few words will be in Ukrainian for them. Вітаю на своєму каналі. Дуже рада вас тут бачити. Цей рукодільний канал я веду англійською мовою, але якщо вам трошки не зрозуміла моя англійська мова, ви завжди можете в куточку є налаштування титрів, і там є автоматичний переклад українською і іншими мовами, якою вам зручніше слухати. Не слухати, але це буде титри, які будуть внизу сторінки. І я буду дуже рада, якщо ви залишитесь на моєму каналі, бо я показую багато традиційної української вишивки і іншої вишивки. Сподіваюсь, вам буде цікаво. Окей. Today probably gonna be quite a long video because I have so much to share with you guys. I have been to stitching. I can never remember names. Where are my names? StitchBasel. Yes, StitchBasel Retreat. And it was an amazing experience. I'm gonna share my haul from there. I should not be allowed to freebie table, you know, like I cannot control myself. Yeah, also I will share what we've done, my emotions from visiting the Basel city, very beautiful city, historical. Yeah, then I will show you my, no, probably first. Okay. I will show you my progress on my stitching. I've done a lot of stitching. I have finishes. I have exciting stuff to show you. And then at the end, it will be very sad news. Okay, I tell it now, but I will go in details at the end. So there are two cross-stitch shops, needlework shops in Milan, and one of them is closing. I visited it last Saturday, and I was shocked by news. I was just like, how? I loved it so much. I love to stop by that. It's a V&V Ricamo. I had a video on my channel about visiting that beautiful little shop. Not that little, actually. They will be open for another month or two, and then they have a big sale now on everything what is left, and then they will be closed. I don't know. I shocked. I was just standing in the middle of the shop, like, how? Why not? Okay, I bought some cute stuff from them, and I will show that in my haul in the end. But yeah, it's sad news. Okay, let's do it in order. I will try to, because filming Flosstube every 3 weeks, I get out of practice. Concentration. Okay, so the first one is I stitched before leaving for Basel to a cross-stitch retreat. This one is, I will insert picture. It's probably called Halloween. Probably it's a Halloween piece. It's a free chart from Ukrainian. It's a Ukrainian designer. Jesus Christ, I'm out of practice. I have always problems with names and like specific information. That's why all of that information will be in description under the video. I'm sorry, guys. But it's a free chart. I will leave a name of this chart and the website where you can download it. And I love it a lot. So I'm stitching it on Wix Dye Works kudzu, 30 count, and I'm stitching two. Oh, it's 30 count. I thought it's 32. Okay. 30 count, and I'm stitching it 2/2. And I've got a little progress on it. I'm using old code for DMC Foss. And yeah, that's my little progress. Quite cute one. This cat, like, you know, I love cats. I like animals in general because I study veterinary medicine, and stitching cats is one of my favorite things. So I want cat here. Okay, that's my progress on that. That's the next one is finish. I have a finish that that I'm looking for something to show you the finish. This is the finish of cross stitch kit. It was a kit from Fruzelok. It's a Ukrainian company that produces many kits on wood, on leather, and other like fun, cute little kits. And everything comes inside, so you can make this beautiful finish after a little bit of stitching. And yeah, have it displayed around. I have many pieces of them, and I was very happy to finish this one at StitchBasel, and I got my routed of flowers. You know, I always like to be, you know, when the whole stitchy room is applauding you for your finish. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling. Yeah. So here's my rocking horse now. It's super easy to make. The felt already cut it to the size, to the shape of the horse is included in the kit. Basically everything is included except for scissors. Like you can do this. You don't need anything else other than what goes in kit. Yeah, and I like this horse. Now it's in my room, reminding me of my land. Yeah, the kit is called Crimea, and I'm from Crimea. Okay, so no stitch retreat goes without start. And my start was embarrassing, but basically, not basically, by the way, and English words. Oh my God, my English became worse. Here is a confirmation that it was a finish on a StitchBasel, and I displayed it on the table with where everybody showed their particular finishes. Maybe if I found the picture, I will insert the picture of this table, and I proudly displayed my finish there. And of course, once you have a finish, you need to have a start. And here was my start. Embarrassing because it's, well, first, it's very little stitching. Second, it's like stitching for, I don't know, for 8 years old girl. When you have your design printed to fabric, and you have how many? 4 colors, and you just follow the colors and stitch. Yeah, you see, so this was my start, and I did all the white already. Yeah, so I started it on a stitching retreat because counting on a stitching retreat is an impossible thing. That's why I did this. Well, I finished it, and I will probably make a cute little pillow to display around the house. That's the plan. As usual, my far-going plans. Well, you know that. Next one, also on a StitchBasel. StitchBasel. Well, that's how my mind works. I'm quite creative. My thoughts goes beyond what I'm telling. That's why formulating sentences sometimes is difficult. Next one lives in this beautiful project bag that I made myself, and I picked it up during retreat, and it was like it went very well on retreat itself, and then once I came back home, I can't stop. I need to keep going, and I have a very good progress. So here lives a Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Design. Look at me! I said the names without losing my words, and now I lost my words. Okay. Anyway, I love this design. The only thing that I was a little disturbed by is that there are few strawberries missing around the design. They're missing in pattern, and they're missing in model. So I don't know if it was made intentionally or if it was a mistake. I don't know, but it bothered me. And once I already asked you guys, what would you do? How would you finish this piece? Do you keep this like mistakes, or do you like fix them? And thank you for all your answers. It was very interesting to see what approach you use in your stitching. I decided that they bother me too much. That's why I wanted to close the gaps and stitch all the strawberries. So here the strawberry was missing, and here not only I added strawberry that logically go around the border, but also I added my initials around the whole piece. There is alphabet included in the chart, so I picked letters and I added it to some places. And here is also a year, but let's not fix on the year. I have my birthday in a week. In a week I have a big number of age coming. I will have a birthday start to celebrate me getting wiser. So here's my progress. I finished, here was a little stitching missing, and I practically made almost the whole part of this. My plan is that next time I pick up this project, I wanted a finish, because only this angle is left, and it goes quite nice and well. I love this chart. I like papers. What else can you tell? I'm stitching it on Italian hand-dyed linen. It's an Italian hand dyer. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. I picked it up in Needlework shop in Milan. Yeah, and here's my progress. I love it so much. Yeah. Also, I'm doing Whip Go this year, and I don't have on my Whip Go chart, I don't have particular designs. I have topics, like themes. And one theme that picked up, that came up a couple of months ago, probably, because I'm behind on my Whip Go. It said to finish border. And I think this pattern will fulfill this prompt, and I will finish border, hopefully by the end of the year. Plans, plans, plans. We all love plans, right? What next? Oh, here, guys. Okay, if you ever go to retreat, and if they ever announce that they're gonna be a small exchange, please participate. It's such a fantastic experience to stitch something small, to finish it in a little cute way, and then exchange these smalls with your fellow stitchers. It's a fantastic experience. I did enjoy our smalls exchange on StitchBasel, and I probably enjoyed it too much because the piece I made, I will include pictures and photos of it. Of course, I don't have it with me because we changed. It was something like I did not expect this piece to turn out that beautiful. I was just, it's motanka. It's motanka, a traditional Ukrainian doll that over centuries were made for different purposes. One of those purposes is to protect and to bring luck to household in which it was created. And there are many techniques on and particular rules that you need to follow to make a proper, like, protective Vyshyvanka, motanka. I used element from a Lydia Babeshka book. I showed it before. It's an element that is repetitive on one of the traditional Vyshyvanka that we stitched over 100 years ago. And I included this element in her like apron. And when I met her, like, I felt that that tradition of our Ukrainian stitching, our Ukrainian needlework and craftsmanship, and I was so excited to make her. Yeah. And also I was really happy to gift her. When I was making her, I put this energy of that I'm making it for somebody else, and all that energy of good luck and good fortune will be for person who will pick you up. And she found her new owner in a little note that I added. I said that you need to give a name for her. And a fellow stitcher who picked up my motanka, she said she's gonna give you my name, Tetiana. I'm like, okay, okay, that's Tetiana now. So in exchange, I got my my gift, and here how it looked. Inside there was a little cute note in German. I don't read German. So I asked around to translate it for me. It's a very nice note that basically nails down to sip, stitch, and repeat. And this is a piece that I got in exchange. Look at that cute stitching. That's done by Milan, and it's a beautiful little piece. When I opened it, I was like, that's my colors. That's the colors that I like. I love. I was so happy. Like, the color palette is for me. I just several what's it called? Tea bags that I already used. It was very nice tea that I enjoyed. And there is also anchored linen, which I'm excited to try. I think I never stitched with the linen faucets. Of course, I stitch on linen, but not with linen. And there is another tea bag that I will definitely use. And there is this beautiful part on top. Yeah, so very happy to have my small exchange in a beautiful palette. So should I put it here? I will put it here now. So definitely participate, guys. You see, not very visible. I will put it in a different. I have a different spot for it. So next one is my focus piece, and guys, it's a progress. It's a progress. So a little bit of information about this stitch. Just a moment. Oh, it lives in a project bag that I made myself. Like the color palette for it, and it suits very well the color palette of stitching. It's called Grand Vierlanden by Quiltify Design. Quiltify Design. My English. So I went on his Etsy. Etsy with this designer, and I was looking for this chart because I wanted to print out all the three options. As I mentioned before, this pattern comes in 3 options of the same layout, and you can pick and choose from each of them to stitch your own unique piece. And this pattern is not available anymore. I was a little shocked because it's a gorgeous pattern, and of course I share it with you, and if you like it, I would be happy if you can find it at Stitch, but it's not available anymore. So I'm sorry for that. I don't know what is the reason. Maybe because it's just so much, I don't know why. So there are 3 options. There were blue, red, and green option, and you can customize them to your liking. So I printed it from my, I printed those mock-ups from my pattern keeper because I didn't find online any information. So this is the second option, and this is the third option. And as you can see, I'm picking up designs that I like most, and I combine them in my own piece. So those are 3 options. And for my first row, for the first row of the biggest motifs, I picked them to be all in vases. So you see they're like round one and they're like in vase. And I picked them all in vase. My second row, I want to do all the circles and all the geometric circles. I already picked up, as you can see, like I numbered them, what I picked up for my stitching. And here is my progress. So here's before. And here is after. Here's my, I don't know what you can see. I'm gonna show you close-ups. But here's my progress. I'm stitching on a terrible Belarusia fabric, 32 count. You don't need to know the name because it's terrible fabric. I do not recommend it. But my color number is 3834. And as I planned, I finished. Oh, it's so big, guys. I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna frame it in 10 years when I finish it. I finished. I'm absolutely not ready. Okay, let's do this. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment. Okay. Look, I finished this motif. It was not finished for more than a year, so finally got it screen time. I stitched completely this one, so the first row is finished, and they're all vases. It's just fantastic. I love how it looks. And as you can see, I didn't stitch here alphabet because my initial plan was not to stitch alphabet that runs in between those motifs. But I changed my mind. I started the next row, so I exceeded my plan. Can you imagine that? Exceeded my plan. So that's the beginning of first row, and I started the second row. I tried to stitch alphabet to see if I like it, if I wanted to stitch it, and I do like it. It looks beautiful and it helps with counting. Because to go from one row to another, from one motif to another, it takes first a lot of counting. Second, counting is difficult because you combine motifs from different charts, and you don't really have a point of reference from where to count your next motif, how to position your next motif. So this alphabet helps because it's the same for all 3 variants. Yeah, and I started the next row. You see, it's gonna be circular and geometric. Yeah, I'm very happy with this piece, except for fabric, but it's okay. And yeah, one day it will be finished and it will be a beautiful addition to some wall. Yeah, so I will organize it later because it's a very big piece of fabric. Okay, so this was my previous focus piece. Every Flosstube I announce a focus piece, and I'm focusing on it till my next Flosstube, and then I show you before and after. That's the whole idea. So my next focus piece lives in this cute little project bag that I made myself. I find that I tend to use project bags with this wider bottom more often. The bag that I made for Deutsche Mania that also had a wider bottom. I use it all the time. And here lives a joyful sow. Joyful sow is also a free stitch along that happened several years ago, already many years ago. I started it after it was released. There are all charts available on how to show you. I need to make a board. I see many Flosstubers have like a white board on which they show their progress. I probably should use some time to make such a board. So here's my progress. That's the before. That's the before. The February is finished and the January is almost finished. So my ambitious goal for this focus piece is to finish all borders for all months. There are 12 months, so 2 are done, and I want to stitch 10 rest. Because I like to work on this time to time, but sometimes I want to pick up, for example, I don't know, October. October is my month. I have a birthday in October. So if I want to pick up October, I can't, because all my months are will be located in a row. So counting is like impossible. So I need to stitch previous before I can go to the next month, which is not very fun. That's why I want to do all the borders for all the months. So at any given time, I can pick up the months I want and to stitch it. Here's the before. Yeah, that's the plan. Cross stitch wise, it's all. Yeah, I showed you my matanka. Yes, the rest will be whole. Okay, so now to my also traditional part of my Flosstube update is stitching on my Vyshyvanka. I finished Vyshyvanka for Defender. I don't have it already with me because I already sent it to tailor in Ukraine. It's for those of you who haven't heard, Vyshyvanka for Defender is a stitching of traditional embroidered shirt, protective embroidered shirt with a traditional motif that encodes protection and life for our defenders in Ukraine, for brave men and women who are out there protecting us from invaders. So I stitched very quickly in like 5 months. I stitched complete Vyshyvanka, and this was my first male Vyshyvanka. Before that, I stitched like female Vyshyvankas for myself, and yeah, that was the first experience stitching male one. It's a little bit different on how you position your pattern and how it then will be done in a final piece, because it's a little bit different pattern. I enjoyed this process. I enjoyed it a lot, and I want to thank you, everybody of you guys who donated to the project, because this is a volunteer project in Ukraine, and all tailors, stitchers, we do it on volunteer base, but there is a cost of fabric to stitch on. So thank you for your donation that allowed to buy, I think, at least like four sets of fabric for future Vyshyvankas. And I talked to organizer, and she said that she will let me use photos of those Vyshyvankas that will be done for your donations in future, and I will include it in my future video those photos. Now I'm waiting for the tailor to finish to put together a Vyshyvanka I stitched, and I hope to get pictures first of my Vyshyvanka and then pictures of the fender in this Vyshyvanka. And if I get them, I of course will share with you. I'm looking forward because I've never seen this man, and it's an interesting feeling. I invested so much of energy in this Vyshyvanka, and it will be protecting a man that I don't know, but I know that he is brave, and he will be out there with the additional layer of shield that I made, and it's a beautiful feeling. So I'm very thankful to organizers for making this project. In this project, there were made more than 300 Vyshyvankas already and counting, because it's an ongoing project. And that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so now to Vyshyvanka that I stitch for myself. I'm stitching. In Ukraine, there are many regions, and each region has particular style of stitching Vyshyvanka, like particular patterns and colors and so on and so forth. And not every time that I remember it very well. I think this one is Poltavs'ka. I stitched Черниговska before, and I think this is Poltavs'ka, but I may be wrong. It will be in description under the video. So here's my sleeve, and I did stitch on it. I stitched on it during the stitching Basel as well. So this is going to be a sleeve like that, very wide, big sleeve like this. And you see, I need to do this stitch for entire sleeve, and it's quite a stitching, but I enjoyed it. It's called Żytom. It's like harvesting hay. I would say, like very vague translation to English. It's a beautiful stitch. Look at that. It gives such a beautiful like definition to fabric. Usually this stitch is done on the same color with fabric, so it gives like texture to fabric. I chose it to do with ecru, so my fabric is white and my floss is ecru. It's a DMC floss, Cordonnet Special, I think it's called. I showed it before. Yeah, so I really like how it comes together. I have like in my list of whips, this Vyshyvanka is called Golden Vyshyvanka, because to me it looks like gold on fabric. And I didn't work on that, but I will just remind, because it's been a while since I showed it, on my Ustavka, which is the top part of the sleeve. So one Ustavka is ready, and it will be top. It will be top part of the sleeve. So this will be bottom, and this will be top part of the sleeve. And this one is done, and the second one is in progress. Yeah. So I dream to finish this Vyshyvanka this year, but it's probably not gonna happen with the amount of stitching I need to do with sleeves. So, but maybe early next year, I hope to finish this one. And guys, I need to share with you, because it's a game changer. So I tried for the first time needle, ball tip needle. How can I show you? Maybe like this. It's a needle that have a bow tip, and it's amazing. it's amazing, I tell you what. I bought it in Ukraine because in Ukraine it's now a trend to use those needles, and I've heard it from several Flosstubers in Ukraine that they start using this needle and they like it. And I go, well, I also need to try. So maybe for stitching, if you do poke, like top and down stitching for cross stitch, it may be not not a much of difference. But for sewing method, if you use sewing method when you pick up several threads of fabric and like you do in one take 2 stitches, it's a game changer. I loved it. I tried it on this one because here I have a leg of 3 fabric threads, and each time I need to pick up 3 fabric threads. And with this needle, it just goes as if it meant to be like that. Wait, I don't know. Maybe I will do a short video on how it works, because so after the bow tip, there is like a neck on the needle, and then it becomes a regular needle. So this bow and neck allows you to pick up fabric floss, and they just naturally like slide into your needle. So counting those 3 threads, because and my video stopped unexpectedly. So what I was telling, that this needle, now I don't remember what I was telling. This needle is very convenient to use for sewing method. When, for example, you do cross stitch, you pick up usually 2 of 1 fabric floss. And for Vyshyvanka, I oftentimes pick up 3 or 4. And it's they just naturally slide in onto your needle with this bow tip needle. So as if the bow tip picks up fabric, and they slide those fabric threads on the neck, and you just have them on your needle. It's not like you need to play around to keep them on a needle. When you do the regular one, you like do a little playing to get the right number of fabric thread. With this one, the process is much easier. So if you do sewing method, I highly recommend this needle. Yeah, good that I bought several of them in Ukraine. And this is the normal size, the normal less needle. And I also got a longer one. So I have in mind more Vyshyvanka projects in future. And for those, the longer needle will be very, very good one. So, okay, I already switched the organization here. So I am ready to show you my my hold and my emotions from going to StitchBasel. So here was my my tag for StitchBasel. I did enjoy this joining. It was my first time there, and thank you for organizers, for 2 lovely ladies who made this all possible. So down from okay, now I need to remember her Flosstube. Frosty X Stitch, probably I remember it right. Of course, I will notice all the Flosstubers who went to StitchBasel in description down below. And I was happy to meet many of you guys in person. And many other lovely ladies and men who doesn't have Flosstube, but still we had such beautiful time together that I was very happy to went there. So wrinkles. There was a bag that we got. Just a moment. Okay, no more wrinkles. So we got the goodie bags. Here's all the information for the StitchBasel Retreat. This year it was a light version of the retreat, which means that there were not any like workshops or something like that. We just sit there and stitch for 3 days. Isn't it amazing? But even though it was announced as a light version, it still was like full of events, full of entertainments. We had our smokes exchange. We had the young Frankenfoch with her project bag. There were, I think, one or two other stitchers who brought their project bags for sale. Hand-dyed fabric for sale, hand-dyed floss for sale. I will show you all of that because like I touched upon all of them. So I haven't even looked at it closely. So in our goodie bags, it was, oh, this cute thing. I love it. It's very good for project bag to carry them as a handle. Nice thing. Thank you. And we got Stitch Infinity. Guys, I don't know what it is. That was in our goodie bags. I need to check what it is. Little needle minder, cute needle minder with a needle. Look, the colors, so beautiful. All those nice, cute little stuff. This one, yeah, I already loved it because I opened this bag on Stitching Retreat, and this one is just so cute. Look at her. That's hilarious. I need to put it on a project bag. It's so beautiful. And there were few forces. I like this pink one. Few forces is a little gift inside. So I will insert few pictures of stitching Basel. I didn't make those pictures. Those from official. I don't know who made the pictures. So sorry. No credits to who made them. But it's a cute pictures of us stitching around, of me wearing Vyshyvanka, and you know all the beautiful stuff and fun atmosphere that we had there. So maybe insert a few of them here. Then it was a freebie table. And I should not be allowed to freebie table because I got a little carried away. I will show you. So somebody brought a whole stack of handmade little napkins. They're not even cross-stitched. They are just made, the edge made by hand. And they are just cute little pieces of fabric. So some of them different colors, and you know how much I like saving all the handmade stuff from thrift shops, and it felt kind of like that. Like this was basically a, I don't know, a napkin, but it's a nice fabric. It's even weave, and I can stitch on it. I can use it as a fabric to stitch on. Really beautiful. I like the color. And one was really beautiful that I want to use as a table cover. I have an idea of having a small little round table in a corner with chairs, you know, the cute like cute angle in a house. So this will be a tablecloth for the round table. I haven't found it yet. I'm looking in different thrift shops to organize that little corner, like reading corner, you know. And this is a beautiful napkin that is made by hand. Lovely, lovely. Maybe I will add some stitching in the middle, and yeah, personalize it. So that I picked up from freebie table. There were also floss. I think it's over-dyed floss, nice red color. It would be nice to stitch some samplers. And then I picked up two of diamond painting kit. And I have a friend, well, many of my friends like wine, but I have one friend in mind. She will be really happy to do this little cute stuff. So I picked up two of them, one for her and one for me. Yeah, we both like wines, as you can mention. Then the first thing that I picked up from the table was this chart. I will take it out of plastic. Look at those cats. So I'm studying to be veterinarian, and one of my biggest dream is to be a wildlife veterinarian. So to work with zoo animals or safari animals or centers for wild animal rescue and things like that. So I want to stitch those cats. Look, I came to the table and I've seen them and I immediately pick them up. Yeah. Love it. Thank you for those teachers who left it on the freebie table because I was really happy to pick it up. I would definitely stitch it. Then I picked up a few cute stuff. It's cuts out from a calendar with a few cute animals. Like I love animals, and I'm not sure. Probably I won't stitch them all, but some of them really cute, and I have friends in mind for whom I can stitch that, like Disco Diva. Like I have an exact friend who looks exactly like that. And yeah, so maybe I will do in future small gifts, party animal. Like many of my friends will fit this this stitching. Yeah, so it's a cute little calendar. Happy to have it. I may stitch few of them or little gifts in future. Then continuing on animal topic, cows. As a veterinary student, we study a lot of cows. Like cows are our, I don't know, it's like 60% of what we study as of now. I'm on the 4th year. So I just decided to keep on on the trend and do a sampler or cow sampler, you know. Even I don't plan to work with cows, but we study so much of them, so I just need to have them. Here, it's not from the freebie table, it just happened to be here. It's a map of Basel. Basel is a gorgeous city. I intentionally booked a place to live in the center. So each time I went to retreat, I bypassed the city center, and each time I was picking a different path to see more of the city. And city is beautiful. It worth visiting just as a tourist. It's very clean. It's very beautiful. It's well maintained, and there is stuff to do around. Beautiful. Basel is just yes. And I traveled a lot, and I keep traveling, so I know what I'm talking about. This is a really good city to visit. Then I pick up a magazine. I don't remember what exactly I liked in it. Okay, I know what I liked in it. Look at that. Cats. Cute, hilarious cats. Okay. Yeah, I will stitch that. I will stitch those cats. Then I picked up this little brochure with several crochet projects, and I have an idea for my tablecloth, and I may use this pattern to do a tablecloth that I have in mind. More fantastic project coming once I find 50 more hours in a day to do them. Okay, that's all from freebie table. Then there were gifts. And gifts from, what I like also about cross-stitch retreat, that you're just sitting there and people just come up to you to have a little small chart. And sometimes they bring presents also with them. So I'm sorry, I don't remember who was that, but this is nice, nice needle to mark your stitches. Very beautiful one. I like it. Thank you for this present. Then from XU Design, a fabric dyer who was on, they were selling their fabric on there and they were stitching with us, which is also very lovely. So we got this little cute samples of fabric, and I also bought their fabric. Maybe I show it already. So I bought 2 pieces of fabric. from X2 Design. It's hand-dyed fabric. This is 28 count. Okay, this is 28 count. I usually don't use 28 karat one. Pick up 28. Okay. So here's a color. Oh, it smells nice. I have no idea what I'm going to stitch on it, but I have it for now. The color, maybe you are interested. The color name is Midnight White. Midnight White. Beautiful one. And then there is the second one, which is 32 count, and it is Early Halloween. Nice names, very nicely picked up names. So the base is Vanguard, as you can see, and probably some Halloween piece will go on there. Or monochrome sampler in, like, for example, acro color or white color. I think will be beautiful on it. I have no idea what I'm going to stitch on it, but I'm very happy to add it to my stash. The thing with hand-dyed fabric, and floss is that when you buy them online, you can't really, you don't know what arrives, basically, because a camera and the internet, it's not the real color. And once you get a chance to touch them, to see them in daylight, in person, it's much better. I like to pick up overdyed floss and fabric in that way. That's why I was very happy that they came to the retreat. And another gift that I received from Raffaella, my fellow stitcher from Italy. We met with her last year in Deutschmania retreat, and this year we also visited together StitchBasel. So this is the pattern that was StitchBasel Retreat 2023 pattern. It's a biscuit new that includes fabric, and it was very nice of you to gift it to me. Thank you, Raffaella. Thank you. So I do plan to stitch this biscuit new. It will be my first one. I think I have a couple of others in my stash, but I never started them. So this will be very soon start, and I have flosses in mind that I'm going to use, very similar to what is pictured here. So yeah, thank you. Nice present that I'm definitely going to use soon. So more of the purchases from Diane from Frog and Forge. She was a participant in StitchBasel, but she also brought her amazing project bags. So I got this one, which little cute one that has also inside the whole set of Diane from the Forge. The whole set of those, pins that I use for sewing a lot. I need to tell, I need to share my emotions about her project bags. So, you know that I also do my project bags. But when I first seen her project bags in person, it happened in Deutschmania retreat last year, I was shocked. The craftsmanship that she has is just amazing. Her lines are perfect, like perfect. It's perfection. I don't know how she gets this level of quality for handmade pieces that, usually handmade, it can have some not straight lines because it's not a commercial machine or something. But her bags are just perfection. I love them so much, and I dream to, I don't know, one day to be able to make such a straight lines and such a amazing sewing as she does. Probably I will never reach this level, but it's nice to have your role model, the goal you want to reach. And her skills are goals to reach. Yeah. Beautiful one. I highly recommend. If you're looking for a project bag, check her out. She has a Flosstube also. Of course, I will link it down below. And yeah, her bags are just amazing. So then, then there were over-dyed floss, color fever is the name. It's new to me. I've never heard about those flosses before. It was very nice to see them in person, and of course I picked up several colors. So she had them in cotton and in silk. I think I have all cotton. Do I have silk? Yes, one. This is silk. I like this color. It would be perfect for autumn leaves. Beautiful. The name is no, there is no name for this color. Just a number. 203. The color number. And then the rest are cotton. Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors, beautiful floss, very settled variegation. I like that. And I already have in mind for several of them where I will use them. I just picked up colors that I liked and that I may use in my future project without any particular pattern in mind. Yeah, so I'm looking forward of trying them. Okay, from retreat, that's all. But also while we were on retreat, of course, we talked around, and somebody said that there is a needlework shop in Basel. And I was like, how I missed that, because, when I go to any cities, the first thing I check is there a needlework shop? Because I want to make a video for you guys of visiting that needlework shop. And I didn't see it on a map. Google didn't show me that. Turns out there is a very old needlework shop that was, I don't know, started in the 50s probably, in, I don't know, 70s. And it remains the same since it was open. It's a very interesting experience to go to that shop. So the owner, she probably opened it in about, no 50s, maybe 70s. And she said that she was not comfortable with me filming. So of course I didn't film, so I have no pictures for you to show. But it's an interesting needle workshop, and if you visit it, definitely visit it. I will leave the address in description. I don't remember the name of it. But what is interesting, because it's that old, they have an old samples and also old books of needlework, and I've got some treasures. So I've got this magazine of the only thing that I can read on this is DMC. All the rest I can't. So sorry, guys. It's in German. I have no idea what this magazine is about. I mean, like, what's the story, where it's published. I don't know, because I don't read German. But I've seen patterns here, and I'm gonna show it now. Look at that. Look at that. So as you know, I like animals. And when I've seen this pattern, so there are those animals, and there are more animals here, and there are charts for all those designs, and I need to add it to my collection. I will stitch it. I don't know when. I don't know what I will do with it. It's quite a particular stitch, but add it to my collection. Then I found old motifs book, like this one. Who is publisher motifs? I put the crow. My German. Is it even German? No idea. But this book has also different motifs and many traditional motifs. and it was just £1. So I picked it up. What other interesting, like for example, this one, which can make a beautiful traditional. I should educate myself what tradition it is, because I don't know what, from what, it's not Ukrainian, from what culture it's coming, from what part of the, well, maybe I will use Google Translate to at least read what this book is about. It's interesting motifs that I haven't seen before, so I may use them in my stitching. Then there is a treasure. So they had a few samples of DMC Encyclopedia of Needlework. I was very sad that they didn't have the Ukrainian one, because you see here is Yugoslavian, here is Yugoslavian part 2, and here is Bulgaria. They had few others, but I didn't have more cash on hand because they accept only cash, and I didn't have much cash, so unfortunately couldn't pay with card. They had few others of those books, but unfortunately not Ukrainian. I know that it exists, such book like this. It's an album of traditional stitching of different regions. Like for example, in Yugoslavian one, they have information like this. Close-ups of traditional patterns of the region, and I've seen pictures in internet of album like that from Ukrainian traditional stitching, and now I am on a hunt for that book. Very beautiful one. So having those treasures in my collection is now like wow. I'm preparing a video about cross-stitch books and needlework books. I'm organizing it. It won't be soon. Maybe it will be in a month or so. But I want to prepare this video really well because there is so much information that I learned recently about needlework books, and I want to share it with you guys. So while looking for this needlework shop, I've seen a flea market just on the street, very close to it, and I picked up for £5. You can see it. I still haven't cleaned it. This is a traditional Japanese stitching embroidery where it's the same from both sides. Look at that masterpiece. This cat is just hilarious. He's cute, and the way the stitching is done, it just fascinates me. I don't know how it's possible. How it's possible to do double-sided stitching on a transparent fabric. It's just so beautiful. That's a great addition to my collection of needlework. So that was my trip to Basel. There were much more to what I've showed, like all the emotions, all the jokes, my table ladies, ladies from my table. There were half of them from Italy, so we had a nice, fun time together. So, guys, if you're still wondering to go to retreat or not, go. That's an amazing experience. In the last part of my Flosstube, how long it is? It's probably already an hour. Oh my god! Is about V&V Ricamo. So this is a shop in Milan. It was a shop in Milan. They will be open another month or two, and then they will close. And I still can't go with this information because it's very sad. They are also online shop. I don't know if online shop will be still open. I don't know, maybe for some time, but in general they're closing in general. Not only the offline, but also I believe online shop as well. So sad. But I did a little bit of shopping there. They now have very big discounts because everything, like they try to sell out everything that they have, which is, I don't know, I can't. Like I filmed that visit about a little bit more than a year ago, and yeah, I talked to the owner and I talked to him this time, and it's quite sad because it's like a lifetime project. This shop was opened by his mother and his aunt. So it's so many years of needlework, and now it's going to be closed, unfortunately. So I picked up some colors, some over-dyed flosses for future projects that I have in mind. And then I picked up this cute little set of I don't know, tassels that I will use for my project bag that I'm doing. So I picked up a book by Lori Markovich Designs, and this called Old Creatures, and it's hilarious, guys. Like this cat, when I seen this cat, like I had to stitch it. Like, this cat is meant to be stitched by me. So yeah. I think at some point I will stitch all of them. The first one will be cat, the second one will be this cat, and then like I don't know in which order, but I want to stitch all those little motifs. Very beautiful. Happy to have this. So then I picked up 3 books, and all 3 of them are just amazing. This was already my dream. I just learned in August that this needle encyclopedia of needlework exists. It's produced by DMC, and I've seen it while visiting Lilitka shop in Ukraine. So Oля has it in French, and I was very happy to pick up it in English because I don't read French. I will talk more about that in my video about needlework books. Because this video is already getting too long, way too long. And also these books about charts of cats, it's a beautiful one. But I will talk more about that video because I'm already tired and I already have no words to describe. It's already too long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe I'm missing something and I want to share more, but it's already too much for this video. It was just a lot happening in the last few weeks. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Happy stitching.